Craig, everyone in the world is trying dropshipping. Only 1% gets the big money and 90% gets nothing. What advices can you give for me to get into like the 1% like you? Just don't give up. I would say my number one piece of advice for kind of any beginner is to not focus on the money. Focus on just trying to learn as much as humanly possible, and naturally the money will come. Because if you focus too much on the actual money, then you don't focus on just putting the actual input in and trying to figure things out. And essentially all the money comes from learning and figuring it out. But if you just always focus on money rather than actually learning, you may make a little bit of money in the short term, but you will never make money in the long term. There's so many people that I've seen that they don't focus on learning. They focus on just one thing, then the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. They make maybe 10 grand from this thing, 10 grand from this thing, 10 grand from this thing, but they never reach the level of like depth in their knowledge to actually make real money. And I'm not saying 10 grand's not real money, but 10 grand, like you can spend that in like 2 minutes. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's not generational wealth. It's not actually going to change anything. It's all about making millions, but millions for years and years and years and years, or like hundreds of thousands, but for years and years and years and years. That's how you make actual money, and that's how you actually live a good life. And that all comes from knowledge and understanding. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen friends of mine that have gone and done other business models while I've stuck with e-commerce for the past 5 years. I've stuck with this one thing. My friends have gone and done other things, and there's been down periods where I've lost money in a month. There's been down periods where for like 3-4 months I haven't made money. But because during those down periods I didn't switch to a different thing like crypto or trading or some other bullshit, which my friends were doing and made money with, but they kept switching. So they maybe made 50, 60, 100 grand, but then because I stuck with it, I'm making way more than they are right now. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?